Welcome, welcome. This is Mark with the Advert Podcast. How you doing today, ma'am?
I am blessed, Mark.
Blessed is a good word. I like that.
Yes.
This is Miss Evelyn Magley. She is the CEO of the TBL as well as another league, and she's going to break down everything and all the information that goes along with that, so we exactly know who she is, what her position is, and the history she's made as the first African-American woman to own the league. So, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Mark.
Thank you for talking to us. So
Yes.
what is it about the TBL that you would like some of the audience members to know that they might not know? Because in Arizona, as we
Okay.
just recently got the heat, they don't really know much about the TBL.
All right. Well, first, I'd like to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to tell the story and our journey with TBL.
Always. You're very welcome.
TBL and BSL, it's a God-given vision to simply use the game of basketball to show love to community. And through that, you become a community asset when you have a team. Our players are hands-on. They don't just have a tennis shoe, throw it to a kid, and run off of the court.
Yeah, or
and say-
jersey or something like
Yeah,
that.
or something like that. They're really working within those communities to make an impact on lives, whether that be young people. We've got teams that have geriatric individuals that are in independent living, that they go out and help weekly. They work with nonprofit organizations, Habitat for Humanity, Boys and Girls Clubs, and the list goes on and on, because they connect with the communities that
They're the true
they play.
superstars. They reach people, and they're the example that, you know, young kids look at NBA stars and G League stars, and I'm sure sometimes it seems untouchable when you get to talk and meet people and the
Right.
players, and like you yourself, I've never talked to a CEO before, so at least of a TBL or a
Well-
league, so I feel like I'm that kid. So you guys are like the community example for the players.
Yes,
and I see a lot of that spreading. So
And understanding that it's bigger than just a game of basketball. These young men understand, and we teach them that their brand is not TBL, it is not BSL.
Yeah.
Their brand is their life.
that's
The
true.
brand is how you treat people in your community, yourselves, your family, your children, your parents. Your brand is literally your life. So if you have to come to TBL for us to tell you how you should act,
Something's wrong.
we're a little bit late. Something's
Yeah.
wrong. So it's very important that they understand community, and they understand that their value is much more than just on the court. And that's what these young men do.
Yeah, and that changes the example of the athlete. A lot of people look at athletes like super prima donnas and divas, but really they're just people who, because they're not so touchable, you don't really get that they're human, they go through things. But with these players being so community-based and involved, it gets
Right.
people to understand the person beyond
Right.
just playing basketball. So,
Exactly. They're not untouchable. They are there to use their status and their position to positively impact lives. And that's what they do. And, you know, it's not something that when a TBL player makes a team,
Yeah.
they come in with that understanding. And that's a part of the onboarding process, is to get them to understand that when they can impact lives, now their lives and what they do is of value.
Yes, it is. I like
Other
that.
than just dunking on the court.
Exactly.
So, and then they make those connections within communities.
Yeah.
They're able to connect with bankers and engineers and moms and individuals that are in those communities that they can positively impact, and also be able to have something that they can do after, you know, the season is over.
And that's perfect. So everything you told us is perfect and great information. I'm glad we got to relay that on camera. As a last question, where would you like the TBL? Where do you see, I guess, any specific goals that we haven't touched on or harped on the TBL to get to or go to in the next few years?
Well, right now, TBL, we have 38 teams across the United States and parts of Canada.
Really, that's a lot.
So we are going to extend. We look at having 64 teams.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And then with Basketball Super League, we currently for 2024 had 6 teams,
Okay.
but we're expanding, and we'll eventually in Basketball Super League have 24 teams. What we plan to do with that is to be able to set up a system that allows these young men to have opportunities to play as professionals, and also we're broadcast on TBL TV, on BSL TV,
you go.
where now they're seen in over 145 countries.
Wow.
It allows them to have opportunities to be seen so that they can basically market themselves to go overseas, to go to the G League. But it's not just with the players.
Yeah.
Our referees are also have dreams and hopes.
I was actually talking to some of them, and I'm going to get interviews with
Yes,
them too.
yes, we have Just this past season, we had 5 referees that were picked up by the G League to go. Yes.
So they're watching you guys, heavily.
Yes, they're watching this. Today we have NBA scouts that are here for our referees that are watching them. But as they're watching the referees, guess what? They can also see that we have players.
Exactly.
So more and more doors are being opened, and that's what it's all about, is opportunities for these young men to grow and live out their dreams.
I think that's perfect. Different leagues and different evaluators watching you guys and taking this to the next step, and now hopefully everybody on camera on the other side is watching this and getting all the information soaked in and absorbed in the right way. So
yes, we're hashtag a different league.
There you go. Well, I appreciate you, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Mark,
it's been a pleasure.
so much.
We wish every much success to you and the rest of the leagues that you're a part of. So
Thank
you heard it first.
Thank you all.